The 2020 Ford Edge SEL. Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas, where you can find the most in-depth video walkarounds. We call them our complete guides because we go over all the standard equipment, different packages, and standalone options in this one video. They tend to be a little bit long, so do look at the timestamps, and down below we'll have all the different parts of the video down there. You can move around in the video, as well as the prices for the different optional equipment and packages will be listed down there too. So definitely refer to that. If you like videos like this on the Ford and Lincoln products, you might want to hit that red subscribe button down there. That way you can get subscribed to our YouTube channel with this great content. Hit the notification bell if you want to get notified the next time we have another video uploaded to our YouTube channel. So this video, we're going to cover this the equipment on the SEL trim of the 2020 Ford Edge. So again, very thorough video. Feel free to save this to a playlist if you're in the market or wanting to research an Edge. If you know somebody else out there that's looking for some information on the Edge, go ahead and share this video with them as well. And don't forget, check out our free shipping information at the end of this video. But let's go ahead and get started. We're going to cover the safety features first and then move on and go around the outside of the vehicle. Now, I like to make these videos very thorough, and so we're going to cover some safety features first. If you've watched any of the other Edge videos, that has all the same safety features as the SE trim. So if you've watched that video, you can probably go ahead and hit the next timestamp. That'll move you to the front of the vehicle. But if you haven't watched any of those videos, let's go ahead and cover the safety features on this video as well. So first, talking about the airbags. You want to stay protected inside. So Ford does have dual stage front airbag for the driver and front passenger. It's going to deploy a different size airbag. Depends on how close you are to the front of the vehicle. Also, you're going to get a knee airbag, not only for the driver, but also for the front passenger. So it's going to have a glove box integrated knee airbag for you up there as well. So that way it's going to deploy those knee airbags if you have that front collision there. Side impact airbags as well. So if they have that side collision, the driver and front passenger are going to be protected. The airbag deploys from the side of that seat, really protecting you from those side collisions. Also, you're going to have the safety canopy airbag with the rollover sensor. So if you do have a rollover situation, it's going to pull down those airbags. Giving you a clip as an example from an Explorer there, so you can see what that might look like in the vehicle and protect occupants for that rollover situation. Now, this does have advanced track with roll stability control, so hopefully that doesn't happen. And advanced track is a fancy word for saying that it's going to keep you on your intended path. So if it's a slick driving day out there, or if you're going to that curve a little too fast and didn't realize that it was turning, it'll help you try to keep you on your intended path by using a series of brakes around the vehicle to do that for you. Also, this does have SOS post-crash alert system. That's going to honk the horns and flash the lights if you're off the road in an accident. Also has 911 assist, so it's going to call 911 directly as long as you have your Bluetooth enabled phone there. It's going to use your phone to have 911 call into you if you have a severe accident where the airbags deploy, ask you if you need someone to come to your safety. So some great safety features to help protect you. Also, those in the back seat, there's a couple of different precautions as well, and most of these vehicles in the industry have these, but I want to cover them anyway so you feel protected. You have child safety locks in these doors, so you can lock those doors out. So if you have kids, smaller kids in those outside seats, you don't have to worry about them opening their doors. You can lock those doors out. Also, the latch system, lower anchors and tethers for children, so you can securely fasten those booster seats, car seats down into those using that latch system there, anchoring it down to the back of those seats. You can see those little harnesses there, as well as the tethers that go on the other side of those seats. So really helps you keep those in there so that we have to use the seat belt. Do it every time you get in the vehicle or anything. You can go ahead and permanently, especially if you have that car seat in there most of the time, you can secure those in there real easily there. Also, a couple other features that I want to mention. One of them is exclusive to the Edge, and one of them, the pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking, is something we're seeing on about all the Ford vehicles anymore. And what that's going to do is it has the front sensing system, or not front sensing system, but it has the sensor so that it knows that if a car in front of you is going slower than you, it's going to alert you with a series of lights and tones that you need to stop, and it will initiate brake support to go along with that if you're not hitting your brake yourself. So great system. Also does have post-collision braking. So if that does go off and you're not able to get to your brake before you hit that other vehicle, it's going to use post-collision braking to brake the vehicle once you do have that accident. So great system and how that works. And the pre-collision assist isn't necessarily its whole goal is to try to avoid that accident, but the main goal is to lessen the severity of that accident. So depends on how fast you're going. It may not stop you before you hit that vehicle, but it will lessen that severity if you're going at a faster speed. If you're going slower, it probably would stop you in time before hitting that. But I've noticed when it's happened for me is that it's enabled me to go ahead and it warns me ahead of time so then I hit my brake. Sometimes it's a little sensitive to that, but I'd rather be more sensitive than to not engage those brakes or help me realize I'm about ready to have an accident. So I love that collision warning there for you. So great safety features in the vehicle. I think I've covered about everything here on the safety, but let's go ahead and move to the front and kind of talk about some of the design in the engine on the front of the vehicle. Now, first of all, these are for the SEL trim will come in either front wheel drive or all-wheel drive. Now, your front wheel drives will come with about 21 miles per gallon in the city and about 29 miles per gallon on the highway. Both all-wheel drive and front-wheel drive will come with a 2.0 liter EcoBoost engine. So that engine is going to come with great performance, 250 horsepower, 275 pound-feet of torque. And that engine will also come with the auto start-stop technology. And what that means is when you come to the stoplight, stop sign, when you press the brake, it's going to shut the vehicle off, and then when you let go of the brake, it's going to turn it back on. Now, if that's something you don't like for that trip, you can deactivate it by pressing that little A with the circle around it right there in front of the console cover there, right behind your shifter knob, showing you a clip of that right there. You just go ahead and it'll deactivate for that trip. It's real easily located right there. A lot of people don't always like that auto start-stop technology. But it's real nice if you come up to the first stoplight and then you notice that it shuts off, you just press the A real quick and it deactivates it for that trip. So not a really big deal there. They will come with the 8-speed automatic transmission. Now what's great about this transmission, they've had it for a couple years and it performs real nicely on your edges. And for your all-wheel drives, it will come with the paddle shifters for the 8-speed automatic transmission. So it will have those paddle shifters behind the steering wheel. So if you want to be able to shift up and down like a manual transmission, give you a more spirited and sporty ride, you can do that using those paddle shifters when you shift it in that S mode or that select shift mode there with that dial shifter. So real nice and easy to use there. Now your all-wheel drives will come with the intelligent 4-wheel drive system. So it's an all-time all-wheel drive. You don't have to worry about any kind of shifting when it needs it. It's going to be there for you. And with that, for fuel economy, you're going to expect about the same in the city, 21 miles per gallon in the city, and I'll only lose 1 miles per gallon on the highway. So you'll have 28 miles per gallon on the highway. So great on how that system works there. Also, it's going to come with your ePass, electronic power assist steering. What that means is it's going to be a little bit easier for you to steer the steering wheel when you're in those parking lots, going a little bit slower speeds. When you speed up and you're on the highway, it's going to be a little bit stiffer. That wind won't push you around from side to side, and you have to correct that way. So I love how ePass works. I've had it for several years now, and it works real nicely there. Also, you're going to have your active grille shutters. The same main reason why you don't have a big fluctuation in fuel economy is for the active grille shutters. So they're going to open up if you are going slower speeds, allow more airflow into the engine. But when you're on the highway, it's going to close it up and allow more airflow around the vehicle since you have enough coming up underneath to keep it cool. So I love how all that works. Now let's talk about the look up here on the front of it. You will have LEDs throughout up here. You're going to have a bi-LED low beam and high beam headlights up here. So real nice headlights in there. You will have LED signature lighting that's going to light up, as well as configurable daytime running lights for those right there too. Wiper activated as well as auto feature. So wiper activated means if you do have the wipers on, the headlights will come on automatically. So a lot of states that's a state law, so you don't have to worry about it for taking care of you there. Also, the auto feature means if you have an auto setting, they're going to come on automatically when it gets dark and shut off when it gets light. So you don't have to remember to do that. Also, you're going to get LED fog lights down here as well. They're housed right under here, so you have those LED fog lights. Nice chrome accent here, as well as a high gloss black finish here. Kind of hard to tell since it's a black vehicle, but no matter the color, you're going to have that black high gloss finish right there. Bumpers are going to be body colored throughout here. Down here on the bottom, you will have a silver painted, they call that a front skid plate up there, and that's going to be painted silver, so it does kind of give you a different look, depends on the different trims you have. That dresses up the front of it just a little bit. The grille is going to be a nice chrome grille throughout, chrome surround too, so real nice sharp grille up here on the front, give you a nice look to the vehicle up here. You will have rain sensing wipers as well as going to be standard equipment for your SEL trim. So I like rain sensing wipers. If you have it in one of those intermittent settings and you have the rain sensing wiper activated in your settings screen under the wiper, then it's going to go ahead and turn those wipers on when it starts to rain. When it rains a little harder, it's going to wipe a little bit faster. You don't have to adjust it whatsoever. So I love the rain sensing wipers myself. It comes in real handy. Also, you have acoustic laminated glass, or windshield I should say up here. That just makes it a little bit quieter for everybody. So that when it hits that windshield, it's not going to make it too loud. quiets that. It has 2 pieces of glass with plastic in between to kind of shield some of that and dampening some of the noise there, making it quieter inside the vehicle. The last feature I want to talk about that sometimes I forget on the front of the vehicle, and that's your lane keeping system. Lane keeping system is standard equipment on all of your Edge vehicles. So what's great about that is that the lane keeping system has 3 features. One of them is a driver alert feature, and that's going to just, if you have that activated, if you're taking your hands off the steering wheel too often, it's going to alert you and let you know that you're doing that, and maybe you need to think about taking a rest. Also, you do have the lane keeping aid system and alert system, and let me talk about those independently. You have your alert system. Basically, when you have it set up to be the alert, if you leave your lane, it's going to vibrate the steering wheel. You'll still leave your lane, but the vibrating of the steering wheel will let you know that you're leaving your lane. And you have the aid system, which actually will aid you in staying in your lane. So if you get too close to those lines and it can tell with good solid lines there and it knows that, it's going to bring you back in your lane. So it's not something you want to count on all the time, because the system does need to be able to see the lane markers. So if you're in an area where those lane markers have been faded, they may not see those lines. So just keep aware of that. I do love that system. I tend to keep it on the alert system versus the aid system, but that system works real nicely, and it's going to be standard equipment on all Edges. Before we move to the side, I did want to talk about one other feature I did forget about, and it's part of the CoPilot 360 features, and that's the auto high beams. Auto high beams work a lot like your automatic headlights, but with your high beams. So if there's no one approaching you, it's dark outside, you're not in the city lights, it's going to turn those high beams on automatically, and then when you go ahead and if the car approaches you or in your city lights, it's going to turn them off. And that is the feature you can activate and deactivate in your settings screen under the lighting section. So pretty easy to do. If that's a feature you don't like, you want to manage it yourself, you can deactivate it right there in that settings screen. Now the standard wheel in this is a 18-inch sparkle silver painted aluminum wheel. So pretty similar wheel that we've seen in several years now, and we see a lot of the sparkle silver alloy wheels in a lot of the different Ford vehicles. Here on the mirrors, you do have a body colored mirror cap with the molded in black under there to kind of protect it from any dings and such like that. You do have the LED turn signal indicators here on the outside of the mirror in between that. So you see just a little blink right there. That's going to turn on for you when you have your turn signal on. It does have the security approach lamp that's going to light up underneath that mirror and light up beside the vehicle when you use your keyless entry to approach the vehicle, or once you open the doors or unlock the doors. Also, you're going to have a manual fold mirror. It is going to have power heated feature on the mirror, so we'll defrost that mirror in the winter time. Also, you're going to get the BLIS system, that blind spot information system with cross driver alert. The way that works is if there's someone in your blind spot, it's going to light up those 2 cars in the corner of that mirror and let you know it's not safe to go in that lane at that time. If you have your turn signal on and there's someone there, it's going to blink it so you know there's someone there. Also, as you're backing up, if someone's going to cross your path behind you, it's going to light up the mirror on the side that they're coming from. It puts a message on the dash telling you if they're coming from the left or if they're coming from the right in a series of tones that it's not safe to back up. So love how that works. Cross traffic alert works real well if they're backing up in those parking lots or even out of your driveway, different situations like that. You will have keyless entry or intelligent access, I should say, so you can just walk up, put your hands in the door handle, it's going to automatically unlock the vehicle for you, so that way you don't have to get your key out. Also, there's ridges on the door, so when you get out of the vehicle, want to lock it, you just press that and it's going to lock the vehicle up. Also, we'll show you how you can start the vehicle too, so you won't have to get the key out of your pocket, purse. Just as long as you have it on you, it's going to work real well. It does have the keyless entry or the keypad here, so it really illuminates, lights up, and when you're not using it, it shuts off. So I love how that works too. 5-digit code. There'll be a master code in the owner's manual for you, where you can go ahead and program your own code using the touch screen that we're going to show you in just a little bit when we get to the inside of the vehicle. Body color door handles as well here, including the little accent in between. When you go up to titanium, that turns to chrome, but on the SEL will be full black right there. Also, keyless entry with the remote start. So you will have remote start. So let me show you a clip of the key here. You have an unlock lock. You have the remote start is that 3rd button there. You just press it twice, and then we'll get to the power liftgate button, and you have a panic alarm as well right there on that remote. So real nice and easy. If you do happen to have the battery dies or something, so the intelligent access doesn't work, you still can get in the vehicle. There's a key actually located in here. You just press that button, and then you go ahead and pull it out, and you can get to the vehicle using that key right there. In this type of vehicle, actually the key is covered up with this cover. There's a little hole under here, so you would take that key and you would go ahead and put it in that hole, slide it out, and then you'd be able to get access and expose the entry there for the lock. So that way you can open it up, you can go ahead and pop the hood and go ahead and jump the vehicle with a friend hopefully, or cables that you might have in the back. Also molded in black side molding on the bottom down there. We see that in a lot of SUVs. It's going to be more durable. It's going to hold up from rock chips and that kind of stuff that you might kick up off the road without chipping the paint on the side of the vehicle. You do have the chrome accent on the belt line as well as around the windows, so it looks real sharp on the vehicle. Privacy glass in these back windows as well as the back glass. Just keeps it a little bit cooler there in the back. Also looks a lot nicer on the vehicle. We actually put window tint on the front of these windows, so that will not be come with your vehicles. Also, this vehicle doesn't have it on it because there's something ordered on the vehicle's optional equipment that takes it off. But typically standard equipment, you will have the silver painted roof rack side rails. I'll give you a clip from Ford's website, what that's going to look like on your vehicle with this color, in fact, so that way you have a good idea the side look to it if you go with the standard features of that. Now, if you do get the twin panel moonroof, we're going to talk about as optional equipment, those rails come off of there, and that's why this vehicle doesn't have those on there. Easy fuel capless filler door, so you just open this up, no cap to worry about, no have to leave them behind, getting your hands dirty, anything like that. You just open the door, put the nozzle in there, and fill it up. There's a 2-door system, so you don't have to worry about anybody trying to steal your gas. I've had a lot of people comment that on the videos. Really haven't had any situations. I know we are in the Midwest and Kansas here, so we maybe see a little bit less of that than other areas, but it does have a double door system, and it has to be the correct size nozzle because there is a little latch in there, so it has to release that to go in there. Most of your cans won't even fit in there. You'll actually have to use the nozzle that comes with the vehicle, the funnel, to be able to go ahead and fill it up if you have a gas can, if you run out of gas, to be able to fill it up. So you want to know where that's at. We'll show you where that's at when we get to the back of the vehicle here. In fact, that's where we're headed now. I think we've covered all the equipment on the side. Let's go ahead and move to the back. Now, as we move to the back, you're going to have a body colored rear spoiler back here with a molded in black underneath there with a center high mounted stoplight. Nice high gloss black pieces on both sides of the glass over here, kind of dresses it up, gives it a nice trim to it. Rear defrost with rear wiper back here. You will have LED tail lights, so it's going to light it up, all LEDs around the vehicle, front as well as the tail lights here. You will have a nice chrome accent that sits here on the liftgate. Rear view camera, so as you're backing up, you're going to be able to see behind you. You also get reverse sensing system, so you also get alerted when you're backing up if you're approaching something back as you're backing the vehicle up there. Also, you will see a silver rear skid plate back here on the vehicle, dual exhaust too, so it really dresses up the back of the vehicle with this SEL trim. Of course, it will have an EcoBoost back here in the badging, SEL trim. All-wheel drives will come with the all-wheel drive back there like this particular vehicle has. And it's going to come with the manual liftgate on the SEL trim. I think that's a mistake by Ford. Hopefully they're watching this video. I'd love to see a power liftgate. That's probably why we order most of our vehicles with the convenience package. We'll show you what feature comes with that in just a little bit. But manual liftgate is what's going to come standard on your SEL trim. Now this one again does have power liftgate, so you just press that button and then you would lift the liftgate up and then be able to go ahead and shut it. So when you do it with that system, it will always open it all the way up, and you need to try to pull that down. There is a handle over here that's a little bit shorter than the back of the liftgate if you want to do that. In here you will have carpeted mats. We always keep them in the back. We let the customer go ahead and open them, and we leave them in the package until then. So you're going to have floor mats for the footwells in the front seat as well as in the rear seat. So you're going to have 4 floor mats in the vehicle. Here in the rear cargo area, pretty spacious back here. You will have those seats that are 60/40 split bench seat that can fold down if you need a little extra cargo room. And what's great about the Edge is that there's going to be buttons over here. So they're power release buttons. So they're not going to power fold, but they will release. So it's going to release the levers so that they'll fall forward. So you just press the left or right, whatever you need, and it's going to go ahead and release it so that gravity does its work. It's going to fall forward. So the 40% side folds down pretty easily. The 60% side, because it's a little bit heavier, it does go down a little bit slower, but those will fold down back there for you. There's a power point back here by this switch as well, so you're going to be able to use a power point in here. A couple different spots to store some things. One of them is big enough over here that a lot of times we'll put the cargo netting in there. Cargo netting is standard equipment on your SEL trim, so you can put that netting. You'll see there's little hoops right here, little loops, as well as over here. You can kick out these little other hooks, and then you would on both sides, and then you can put that in the cargo netting back there. Put those, you know, basketballs, footballs, that kind of soccer balls back there, groceries in the sack so they won't roll around in the big cargo room back here, and then just use that cargo netting, put it back there when you're not using it. Comes in real handy. There's an LED cargo area light back here too, so you can be able to illuminate that and see inside there. And then let's go ahead and open this up so you can see inside. There's a cargo management system in here. You're going to see the mini spare that's in there, so you will have a spare tire. It is a mini, but at least you'll have that if you need it. And then the funnel is going to be located, sorry, excuse me, the funnel will be located in this cargo management system in here. And I love this system because you can put jumper cables back there, blankets, whatever you might need, so that way they don't take up your cargo area, and you can store them in there around your spare tire, and they're using that area real wisely right there and being able to use that. So really love how everything works, and the Edge is one of the few vehicles that got the easy fold or the power release switches back here, so that's a nice convenient feature you get on the Edge. Now moving to the interior, you do have two color interior for the environment, and one of them is your ebony interior, and then you have your dune interior. Now this particular vehicle is your ebony, so I'll give you a clip across the dash of that so you can see the different accents. You have some nice satin accents around the door handles. You're going to see it on the steering wheel, around the vents, on the console. You're going to see a gray accent above the glove box there. So nice finish there. You're going to have a high gloss finish on your controls for your windows, as well as here on the console area. So some nice accents throughout it. Now if you have the dune interior, it's going to turn some of the seats for one and to that dune color. So if you're looking for that tan, that'll be the color interior you're wanting, as well as sort of some other accents that's going to change that dune. I'm giving you some clips from Ford's website so you know what that's going to look like, whether you go with your ebony or you go with your dune interior there. Now for your seats, they are the ActiveX seats. Now Ford's calling them a partial leather seat, and they're saying they're going to be more durable for more wear and tear than your cloth seats. I will say I have a vehicle with the ActiveX seats in an Expedition. Love them. I think they wipe up a little bit better than when I had a Lincoln vehicle with the leather seats. I think they're a little more durable for you, and they're going to wipe up much easier. And so I feel real comfortable with these, and I really feel like I'm sitting in a leather seat when I sit in this vehicle, even with these ActiveX seats. So people have asked in the past, are those leather seats, or are they not? Are they vinyl? What are they? And Ford is calling on a partial leather, and I feel like they're a leather type quality. So they're a little more durable than maybe a vinyl seat would be, but they're not a full genuine seat, a full leather seat, if that helps you out. You're going to get heated seats for the driver and front passenger. You're also going to get a 10-way power adjustable seat for the driver, including your power lumbar, backrest, and you're going to have your seat position not only forward and back, but up and down. Passenger seat is going to get a 6-way adjustment over there. You're still going to have a manual backrest, and I don't believe it has a lumbar adjustment over there on that side. Back seat seats 3 back there. You do have an armrest that comes out of the middle backrest, showing a clip of that. So those on the outside can use that armrest. You also do have vents, not only ducts underneath the seats, but you're also going to get vents on the console too, along with the power point back there on the back side of that console. Here on the door, you're going to have your power windows, locks, and mirror switches, including auto one touch for those front windows. You're also going to have your power mirror adjustments right there, and your power locks are up here by the lever. Your steering wheel is a leather wrapped steering wheel, a manual tilt and telescoping steering wheel. The lever is positioned right under here. You just pull that down, it'll go up and down, forward and back. And I actually am positioned a little bit further back, so I could, if it's just right for my feet, then I can pull that steering wheel just right and go ahead and keep it right there. On the steering wheel itself, on the left side, you're going to see your cruise control down on the bottom. And then on the top part, you're going to see a D-pad up there. There are 2 D-pads because there are 2 dual 4.2-inch productivity screens. I actually have done some videos on these dual 4.2-inch screens. I'll try to link, put the video in, I'll try to put the link to that video in the description, as well as hopefully it comes up on the screen right there for you, so you can go to that information if you want a little more, look of what those go through. I won't get into that in this video, but you can watch that video to get a little more information. So those 2 D-pads here are going to control the left and the right. Basically the one over there on the right is going to be all that sync technology, radio controls, audio controls. Those things are going to be controlled with that D-pad over there, including navigation if you get a vehicle with the navigation with that system there. And down here on the right side, you're going to see some Bluetooth controls, some audio controls right there, making receiving phone calls. Those types of buttons are going to be right there at your fingertips. Push button start is just to the right of the steering wheel over here, so you don't have to get the keys out to get in the vehicle or to start the vehicle. For your climate control, dual zone climate control. So the driver and front passenger can have 2 different temperatures, automatic temperature control as well right there, so you can be able to control easily. So that way the driver and front passenger are going to have 2 different temperatures. Also up for your audio controls, you have a premium AM/FM audio sound system, MP3 capabilities, Sirius XM, satellite radio, and it's going to come with 9 speakers for the SEL trim with the 8-inch touchscreen. So Sync 3 system with this, so real nice look to that. Of course, that touchscreen right there, so you can control your audio, different features. Your backup camera is going to come into view on that big 8-inch screen as well. So nice and easy to use right there. There still is this tray up here, so if you want to put things up there, it is a kind of a grippy texture there, so you can put some things on the top up there. It doesn't have the compartment that opens anymore, but for this trim, you're going to have that little tray up there. Auto dimming rear view mirror up here, so that comes in handy. So if the car's on the company behind you with those bright lights, it's going to automatically dim that rear view mirror. You don't have any lever to worry about flipping when it needs that. Up here, I think the garage door openers, I almost talked about the garage door openers, but that is actually a feature on another package. Overhead console up here does include a sunglass bin, as well as switches for your lights right there. Now in the media hub, let's talk about this console area a little bit. There's a media hub. You just press this chrome button and it opens up. You're going to see a little tray in there as well. There's a big enough compartment to put your phone in there if you want to. And you're going to have 2 USB ports right here. So that way you can plug those phones in there. And by using those cords, that's where you can use the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay that's part of the system as a Sync 3. Anytime you see Sync 3, it's going to come with the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So people have asked about that because sometimes I forget to mention that feature. But that gives you the interface for either if you have your iPhone or if you have an Android phone pretty easily right there. Now before I talk about the console, I do want to talk about this tray. There is a nice tray over here with a PowerPoint on the passenger side. Probably can't see it from that angle. I'll give you a close-up so you can see that PowerPoint over there. So there's another PowerPoint there, as well as there's going to be one in this console. Now talking about this console area, you do have the push button or the shifter and the dial shifter here. The P right there, that is your parking brake. So that's where that's going to be located, is right there. And then we talked about the auto start top button being right behind there. Cup holders here to the right of that. And then there's a nice little tray right here. I've seen some people just put their phone in there if they want to, or you can put coins or whatever you might want in there. So there is also a console here. There is when you open that up, there is actually a tray here that kind of pulls out, so it's removable. So you'll notice slots on both sides. So if you do want to use the PowerPoint that's located in there, you can have those cords come out on either side for the driver or front passenger. Looks like it's not going to pinch those with that either, and I'm probably not going to get a clip down in there. It's really deep in here. You can see it goes down to the elbow, but you're probably not going to be able to see a good image of that with the camera there. So it has a nice deep console in there with a PowerPoint in there. So covered about everything except for FordPass Connect. I like to talk about that on all my videos. FordPass Connect is going to be standard equipment on even your SE trim on the Edge. So FordPass Connect allows you to stay connected to your Ford vehicle using a FordPass app. So it's an app that you download, you register your vehicle, you'll need to go ahead and confirm it with the vehicle with the app in your hand, and then you can go ahead at that point be able to remote start the vehicle from anywhere, which is real nice and convenient. You can also unlock and lock your vehicle from anywhere just by using that app, and those buttons are going to be right there on the top for that particular vehicle. You can also schedule remote start times. One of my favorite features, so you can make sure that's started every morning. You can turn that, activate and deactivate it. So during the summertime, you can shut that off, or you can have it activated until the air conditioning turns on if it's really hot outside. Also, you can locate your vehicle using the map, so you know exactly where your vehicle's at. If you're in that busy parking lot, you come out of that game, can't remember what section you parked in, you can locate your vehicle using the app that way. Or if the kids drive your vehicle, you're able to locate and know where that vehicle is at using the app too. So it's another great feature for parents with kids driving their vehicles. So and you can also do so many other different services in there too. You can go to the service section. You can see how the tire pressure's on your vehicles. You can see your fuel pressure, where it's at. Also let you know when you need an oil change. And that's where your FordPass rewards are going to be in there. So just like with Starbucks or some of these others where you get loyalty points,
Ford's doing the same thing. So when you first purchase a vehicle, you get enough loyalty points to give you 2 free oil changes. So that's a great feature. We've been providing it here at McArthur in a lot of our vehicles, but Ford's doing it for us now, and they're taking care of that cost. And then every time you service your vehicle, you're earning rewards points as well. So anytime you purchase anything through a Ford dealer, you're going to get those reward points that you can use towards accessories or service, or even when you purchase your next vehicle. So keeping that in mind, and I love how that works all together there. It even comes with the Wi-Fi hotspots too, so if you want to use the embedded modem and sign up for the wireless, you can have your phones connected to the modem, and you can have Wi-Fi in the vehicle too. So some great features with that Ford Pass Connect, and I like to make sure I cover all those. And so I've covered all the standard features now. Let's talk about a couple packages that are also available with the SEL trim.
Next part of the video I want to cover are some different packages that are available. And in the past, the SEL trim had 2 different equipment groups, a 200A, which was your standard equipment, and a 201A, which included several features. Now for this year, the 201A equipment has already been included as standard equipment. I already covered a lot of those features like the leather seats and different things like that. So those are already included. So there are 3 different optional packages you can get, as well as some standalone options. So let's talk about some of the most popular packages first, and that's a convenience package. Now I did mess up a little bit earlier, said remote start with standard equipment, and that's because this vehicle has convenience package, and I saw that on the remote. Actually, remote start is part of the convenience package. So you will have to go up to that package to get the remote start, but then you can remote start the vehicle from anywhere. Or from as long as you're within a certain proximity. But keep in mind, Ford Pass Connect, which is standard equipment, does still allow you to be able to remote start the vehicle using the app from anywhere. So keep that in mind. It does take a little bit longer than using a remote if you're close to the vehicle. So having a remote start kind of makes it convenient that way. Also, you can get a perimeter alarm on the vehicle too. So perimeter alarm pretty much just allows you to, unless you have the key fob, if you open the doors, then you're going to be safe. But if you don't have the key fob, you try to open the doors, even if it's unlocked, it's going to sound that alarm and let people know that there's someone trying to get in the vehicle. Also, if those windows are rolled down and you try to put your hands through, it'll do the same thing too. So it's sensing any movement inside the vehicle. So real nice having that as well. Also, you're going to get 3 great interior features, one of them being the universal garage door opener. So that's going to be on the visor, almost kind of talked about it earlier in the standard equipment. So you're going to have those 3 buttons there where you can use any transmitters. So instead of having that remote, the garage door opener there on your visor and coming down when you flip the visor down, you can program it to those buttons instead and leave that garage door opener in the glove box or even at home. Also, you're going to get the 110 outlet. I don't know if you did see in that clip earlier when we talked about that back of that console. It does get PowerPoint and standard equipment, and that 110 outlet is part of this package. And that's where that's going to be located, is on the back of that console. So it is going to be that 110 power outlet back there in the vehicle too. Also, you're going to get the wireless charging pad as part of this equipment package, so I love that. It's in that media hub, so you just open that door right beside those 2 USB ports. You just put your phone down in there, and it's a wireless charging pad. So if you have a wireless charging phone, then you can go ahead and just put that in there, and it'll wireless charge your phone. So great having that feature. There's also a feature on the back that we kind of talked about a little bit earlier that I kind of want to show you how that works. Now you're also going to get the power liftgate with the foot activated hands-free liftgate. So that on the remote where it has the power liftgate switch there, you just press that twice and it'll open it up. Also, you can use your foot. So it's just a straight kick in the middle. So give it a kick right there and come back and it's going to open it up. So great feature with that power liftgate. Also, you can adjust then where this stops as it goes up. So I don't know if you noticed it stopped there and I had to push it. You can pull this down if you're a little bit shorter and can't reach the button. You can come down. If you press and hold that switch there, when it beeps, there you go. Then it's going to go ahead and stop it right there the next time you open up the lift gate. So that comes in real handy, especially if you're a little bit shorter. Or if you're taller, you want to put it all the way up there, you can do the same thing. So a lot of people don't always show you, and a lot of salespeople don't always show you those features and the convenience of that and how that works just by giving it a kick underneath there. So it's not, you don't have to get real far. You don't wave it back and forth. It's a straight kick forward and back, and it opens and shuts just fine. So power lift gate, you can use the remote or you can use your foot. Another pretty popular package, in fact we ordered on this particular vehicle, is the cold weather package. It includes 3 features, but some pretty cool features on the vehicle. One of them is going to be your heated steering wheel. So now you're going to get the heated seats and heated steering wheel you go ahead and turn that, you activate that in the touchscreen under the climate section, or even on the home screen there, where you can go ahead and have that heated steering wheel. And that also would be included in your remote start settings, along with your seats when you remote start the vehicle in the wintertime and the auto setting, as long as it's cold enough outside. So that's a really great feature to have. You're also going to get windshield wiper de-icers to go along with your rain sensing wipers. So what's cool about that is in the wintertime when it's snowing, you have ice, it's cold outside, you know, the windshield defrosts off pretty easily, but then those wipers are wet. They tend to freeze up, especially when you're driving on the highway. Windshield wiper de-icers will help keep those defrosted, so they're actually functional to use in the wintertime. So two great features that are included along with the floor liners. All-weather mats that are going to be included with this vehicle. So 4 of them, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. The footwell's in there, so you can see this. This vehicle again has that package, so you can see those floor liners in there. Real nice features in here. Now, you know, sometimes this package would be included with also heated seats and different things, but that's already standard equipment on the vehicle. So heated steering wheel, windshield wiper de-icers, and all-weather mats are included in this package. Another package you can get that's optional equipment that includes several features within that package is going to be the CoPilot 360 Assist Plus package. So this package is going to include some great features, including your adaptive cruise control with stop and go. So adaptive cruise control means what it's going to do is it's going to go ahead and slow the vehicle down to go the speed of the vehicle in front of you. Depends on your gap. It'll slow down at different earlier or later, depends on the gap that you choose. And then it'll slow you down, so you don't have to use your brakes so much, and you don't have to worry about having an accident rear-ending them. So slow down to lower speed. And the stop and go means it will bring you to a complete stop and go again if the vehicle in front of you starts moving. So great how that works together. Also for the edge, it includes the lane centering. So lane centering is a little different than your lane keeping system. So it's not just waiting for you to get over to the line to activate it. It actually is going to keep you in the center of your lane. So a great feature that is included in your adaptive cruise control. Also, you're going to get evasive steering assist. So what that means is if you can't avoid that accident in front of you, that pre-collision is not able to stop you in time, you need to avoid them, you need to turn so you don't hit them, it'll actually assist your steering to make it a little bit easier to steer away and quicker to turn that wheel. So that is a feature you can activate and deactivate. A lot of people are unsure on that feature. I've heard some comments in some of the videos in the past because this is actually technology was available last year on the vehicle too. And so you can also deactivate that feature if you don't like that. Also, you get the voice activated navigation system. So again, voice activated navigation system is on-screen navigation with the pinch and zoom capabilities. Also going to come with Sirius XM traffic and travel link. So real nice and easy to use, so you can see those gas prices, the weather, all those other features that go along with that. And unlike the Sirius XM, which you only get for 6 months, on the traffic and travel link, you get that for 5 years. So that's a little bit longer. You don't have to get don't have to get a subscription for that unless you keep your vehicle past 5 years and you want to continue with that service. Then you would have to sign up for a subscription after that. So some great features within this package. Of course, we didn't order on this particular vehicle, so we don't have the navigation to show you on the screen, but it does include some great features: adaptive cruise, lane centering, that stop and go, as well as evasive steering assist and the navigation. Again, this is an optional package for you on the Edge. One other package I want to talk about before we talk about some standalone options, and that's going to be the Class 2 trailer tow package. Now, that package does require you to have all-wheel drive to get that package, and it's going to include your hitch back there. It's going to include your wiring, and it's going to include the trailer sway control. So that's a package. If you do plan on towing a small trailer, then you want to make sure you get all-wheel drive first. You also want to make sure you order the Class 2 trailer tow package. So now we're going to talk about standalone options. We're going to break this into 2 parts. The first one I'll talk about, or most of these features, almost all of them, have to be ordered from the factory. And accessories sometimes can be ordered from the factory or from your parts department. So that's why we're going to break it out into 2 different parts. Now, your standalone options, your factory installed ones, one of them is the tag bracket. And I didn't mention earlier, standard equipment is a front tag bracket in states that require a front tag. Kansas is not one of those states, so we have to order as an optional equipment. It still is a no-charge option, but we do have to order it that way. Tag comes ahead of time, and the dealership can install it. So it's a no-charge option. So that means the dealer can't charge you to put it on. It has to be installed already, and again, no-charge option for you that way. So that's something if you think you might want to get it, go ahead and order it from the factory if you're especially ordering your vehicle. Also engine block heater. So if you're in one of those states it's really cold, you like to plug your vehicle in so that way it starts easy in the morning when it's really cold outside, get the engine block heater. That is something that has to be installed at the factory, so that comes in handy for those people that live up north in those cold weather states. Also, you can get a different wheel. You can get another 18-inch wheel. So if you want to get a bright machine aluminum wheel with the painted pockets, you can go ahead and upgrade to that 18-inch wheel. So I'm going to give you a clip off Ford's website so you have a good idea what those are going to look like on the vehicle there. Also, you can get the Panoramic Vista roof. If you do get the Panoramic Vista roof, it takes off the side rails, which is why you don't see it on this vehicle, because this has the optional Panoramic Vista roof with the power sunshade and the full glass roof up there. So it looks real sharp, and the reason they do that is because it does replace these panels here beside the moonroof with these black panels. So a little harder to see on this particular vehicle. Maybe I'll give an image of Ford's website so you can see on maybe a white vehicle or a different color what that roof's going to look like on the vehicle. It does give you a full black roof up there that goes in there, so that's something to think about. So those are all your optional equipment that you can get from the factory. Now let's talk about some accessories. Now these accessories, a lot of times they can be ordered when you order your vehicle, and a lot of times they'll come into the dealership before the vehicle comes in. The dealership would install them, or you can order them afterwards if you want to. So first one is pretty simple. You know, you have your it's a package that includes several features for your cargo area. It's called the cargo accessory package, and it's going to give you a cargo mat back there that goes in the back. So I believe that's an all-weather mat. You can flip it over and carpet on one side and all-weather on the other. You also get a cargo area bumper protector. So it goes on the back of that bumper. I really hope Ford has a clip of that on their website, but that goes on the bumper as well as a retractable cargo cover. So that's going to come out. Of course, the retractable cover can go in and out whenever you want to. It retracts so you can pull it back. It goes into the slots in the back of the rear cargo area and covers up back there, and then it can retract when you're not using it. So cargo area, the cargo accessory package includes all three of those. Also, you can get the all-weather floor liner. So part of the cold weather package, but also can be ordered as a standalone option. It will usually be shipped with the vehicle. It'll be included in the back of the rear cargo area, and then the dealer would install those like we did on this particular vehicle. So those all-weather mats can be ordered as a standalone option. Also, you do have the locking lug nuts. Locking lug nuts will replace one of the lug nuts on your wheels for a locking lug nut, and it'll come with the wrench that you can leave in the glove box. So in case you get a flat, you'll be able to change those wheels. So that just helps you out, especially if you live in an area maybe that you don't want your wheels taken, or if you get the upgraded 18-inch bright aluminum wheel, you might want to protect it. Locking lug nuts are pretty low cost that you can replace. A lot of times a dealership would not install that. If we order it with the vehicle, we'll leave it inside the vehicle, and then you could replace one of the lug nuts yourself for it, or if you want us to, we can do it for you. Most dealerships can do that too. The other one is the dual headrest rear entertainment system. So you're going to have two separate systems, one for each of the headrests for those front headrests that would replace the original headrest with the rear entertainment system. You can plug in USB ports with videos on it or shows on it. You can also, plug in your different devices. I think it still has DVDs. They're calling it a rear entertainment system instead of a DVD because it does more than just that. And anymore with digital being so readily available on different USB ports and thumb drives, then you can go ahead and plug those in. You can also use gaming systems with them too. So it really is an entertainment system, not just a DVD player anymore. So that's all your standard equipment, your optional packages, standalone options, accessories. Again, your complete guide. Don't forget the warranties are a 3-year, 36,000 mile bumper-to-bumper warranty with a 5-year, 60,000 mile powertrain warranty and the roadside assistance. A lot of people forget about that roadside assistance. So if you run out of gas, you get a flat tire, something like that, you can call roadside assistance for that first 5 years, 60,000 miles, and they're going to help you out. Have someone come to your safety and help you, and whether they need to tow to the nearest Ford dealer, they'll do that as well. So take advantage of that. If you ever get in that situation, make sure you save that 800 number where it's readily available. A lot of times it'll be in the owner's manual in your glove box. Also, don't forget, on every Ford dealership has a dedicated website where they can have their window stickers digitally on the website. So on every particular vehicle, you can pull up that digital window sticker. It's usually a PDF that you can pull up on your phone or even on your computer if you want to, and it'll show you all the standard equipment and the optional equipment ordered. And the reason I bring that up is because, like we've mentioned, several different packages that, and whether it's front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, can dictate the difference in that. So some people might look at it and go, well, wow, they're overpriced a little bit. But if that's an all-wheel drive with all the different optional packages, it will be more expensive than if you get an SEL that's just front-wheel drive with no other options. So keep that in mind. Pull up those window stickers and make sure you're seeing what's equipped on that and compare things apples to apples. So you can go to our website where you're going to see a lot of features on our website, including full pictures of all of our vehicles. Also, you're going to see a spin, is what we call it. It's a VR experience, an inside as well as an outside perspective on each vehicle that we have, whether it be new or used. And you can see the internet price. Our internet price will show you the MSRP of the vehicle. Also, it's going to show you our internet price, which is all the dealer discounts as well as rebates based on our zip code. So if you do live outside of our area code, you want to work with us, you can call or send us a text message at the numbers on the screen, or you can see those down in the description. So definitely reach out to us. We have chat available on our website too, and a full BDC that can help you out with any questions you might have on our different inventory. Speaking of that, I wanted to bring up the free shipping because a lot of people want to work with us. Watching this video, you can tell that we're passionate about our vehicles. We know our vehicles. We know how to order our vehicles correctly. And we make sure we order the vehicles exactly the way you want it to, and not necessarily what we have in stock that we can sell you. So we're a little bit different than other dealers. So if you want to work with us, we'll do free shipping for you, no matter where you live within the United States. Us being in Kansas, we're very fortunate. We can ship to about every coast within that $1,000 limit that we put down there. So we can do that free shipping. We do ask you to finance it with us. And the reason we do that is we don't want the shipping to be occurred onto you. We'll take care of that cost as long as you finance with us, because the lenders will give us enough of a kickback that we can cover most of the cost of the shipping, so that way you can still get a vehicle shipped right to your door. And if you plan on financing the vehicle anyway, you're going to get the same rates that you would in any other dealership. So still get that great internet price, like a lot of our edges are going to be invoice minus rebate. So get that great internet price and have it shipped to your door. Order the way you want it to from a dealership that knows their product and is passionate about the Ford vehicles and taking care of their customers. So definitely reach out to us if you want to do that, and we can help you out with that with your next 2020 Ford Edge vehicle. Also, if you haven't had a chance yet, go ahead and hit the red subscribe button down there. That way you get subscribed to our YouTube channel with some great Ford and Lincoln content. Hit the notification bell if you want to get notified the next time we have another video uploaded to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to smash that like button. Let other people know it's a great video. I'd really appreciate it. Send me some love and let me know what you think of this video. Also, don't forget to drop those comments down below too. I love getting those comments. Any questions you have, I respond to those. I read those myself. So I definitely want to answer any questions you might have when it comes to researching your next Ford Edge vehicle. So definitely do that. Also, you can find us on social media. We're at Law McArthur on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Instagram. So no matter where you're at, you should be able to find some of our content. So we have updated news, alerts, specials we put on our social media sites to keep you updated and informed here from Law McArthur. So hope you really enjoyed the video again. Until the next time, we'll see you later.